Well, man, I can leave this see good, man.
Yeah, this shit nice and clear. Look, Rich. Come look. Come look.
When I go in, I like to look at. Yeah. Okay.
So you should have been using yours. Yours is for live streaming, and that right there. Yo, you got your remote?
They had no batteries in it.
Damn, see? You left it upstairs. I got one.
No. That's the remote.
No, I'm talking about for the computer, man. To move your shit.
No.
Okay, let's go. Somebody already saying, let's go. They in the building.
See how they like fluid.
That's because of the stream is slow. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
I mean, the stream ain't strong.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. You got to have
the
it.
signal. What, the internet signal?
Yeah, the internet signal.
It's freezing?
Yeah, it's like, you know what?
But it's gonna be all right. Let's see. Let's make sure they can hear us. Testing 1, 2. Can y'all hear? Everything is good. Peace and black power. Peace and black power. We testing this out. How is the sound, family? Talk to us.
Question, Rich.
How is? You know they can see you, Rich. You know you scared to be seen, motherfucker.
Sometimes they can see me.
Yeah, all right. You know your ass is scared. All right, that's 100%. Everything is good. We good. Yeah, how is the sound? Good.
Can the fam hear?
Yeah, they can hear. I would suggest move this up. So they can see the live stream. Now look out for a minute. See, on my computer, I got the zoom up, zoom back on my shit with this remote. Move over for a minute. Let me see something. Okay, it's dark. What's all that about? Oh, that's Red Pill Head in the way.
All right. I got to send somebody that link so they could blast it.
Brother, what is taking you? Why are you fucking with that?
Because the shit is quirky.
See, I'm an Aries. Aries, we are creative. We know what to do with this shit. You gotta find something. Like
We had a sneaker. We had something.
Books out there anywhere?
Yeah.
We need books. Man, this is cool right here, bro. What are you talking about? You know what it is? It's this fucking, you need an extension cord.
I know, but I know you gotta go with what we got right now.
Man, listen, man.
There you go.
Straight on that. Yeah.
Because it was straight a minute ago.
Yeah. So I fucked it up.
Nah, I fucked it up, man.
I did, man. Shit, fake Aries shit.
Yo, you, oh my God, you would be better off just showing it right there. Bingo. Right, look, straight across. Watch this. You got I want all the people to know that this is red pill shit, y'all. Don't accuse me of fucking up. It's red pill fucking up shit, y'all.
It's the retrograde.
That's what all the spiritualists
It's always there. It's always the name. Like,
Damn right. Cause y'all know my shit is professional.
yeah, we learning from you.
I got to make my shit professional. Okay, let me see. Yep, take a seat. Make this go down some. What did you do, man? There you go. Okay, there you go. You might wanna
be fast with this, man.
well, you only got a certain amount of time?
Yeah.
Just tell them you started late. This shit fucked up. Yo, here, come on, Red, here. No, don't put it there. Put it on the side, like on the corner where you ain't in front of the screen.
So you won't be fine. All right. Let me know when y'all ready.
Yo, where's this go? Where does this go?
Yo, it's live, son?
Yeah, it's live, see?
That goes right in the side. Peace, family. Thank you for your time and your patience. You know, we are definitely in a retrograde.
I'm out of here, y'all.
So thank you, Sal.
All right.
Let's give thanks to Sanetta, big brother Sanetta, for helping us out with the technical difficulties. First and foremost, I want to give thanks to the Dwyer Cultural Center on 123rd Street, Frederick Douglass, out here in Harlem. I have a family member who is one of the owners and the proprietors to this property. So we want to let the family know that there is a Black-owned art gallery in New York City that when you come to Harlem, or when you visit, when you bring the family, come to the Dwyer Cultural Art Center, D-W-Y-E-R, Cultural Art Center. You could Google it. A lot of our esteemed elders are the owners and proprietors of this wonderful, beautiful facility. We'll take you on a tour one day. But let's get to the matter at hand, family. Tonight we are presenting the F.A.C.T.S initiative. This is the update to a lecture or a presentation that was done in late February. Shout out to everybody from Black Magic 363, UGR TV. Shout out to everybody from KTL, Knowledge Radio, Knowledge Empowerment. Shout out to everybody that is joining us tonight. And like I said, we are going to get right into it. All right. The organizations that exist today have not taken full advantage of their membership by implementation of economic solutions to their states of poverty and lack, both individually and collectively. The new economy that emerged in the Obama era post-2008 stock market crash and post-depression is the cooperative economy, the share economy, peer-to-peer economy, and free economy. All of these economies have been integrated into Web 2.0 and social media to market, promote, sell, buy, share, engage, communicate, host, and socialize with their target audience, their niche audience, and their competition. As a result of these factors, as well as others not mentioned, we are now in a time that never existed before. We are theoretically in the future. A new era or new age promised by gurus, shamans, seers, diviners, messengers, prophets, visionaries, and futurists. The world is connected via nodes and networks that spread to every corner of the universe. We have the ability to communicate globally in real time with thousands, if not millions of people direct to market. The possibilities, therefore, are endless. So what this is saying in a nutshell is any organizations that exist amongst us right now and have memberships of 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. I am not indicting these organizations. I'm not standing here pointing fingers. What I'm saying is we as a community, people in organizations, individuals, we're suffering economically. There's no plans that are utilized, that are working, that we could point to and say, I want to join this program, or I want to be a part of this organization, because we can see tangible results as a result of the numbers that you have in your organizations. So we are taking advantage of the new economies that exist, peer-to-peer, share economy, all right, cooperative economy, and a collaborative economy. I encourage the family to research these terms. We will not have enough time tonight in this presentation to go over every single definition of these terms, but this in a nutshell is what it is. Can you help me with the, all right? So we're living in the future. We're living in a time when there are many booms taking place, many different sectors are booming. So we're going to point out some of the these sectors, some of these networks. We're going to present you the FACTS initiative. All right. Okay. Now this is me and my brother. I'm Red Pill, brother Blue Pill. Come in front of the camera real quick, brother. Present yourself. Yeah. It's brother Blue Pill real quick. Let you introduce yourself.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome to this live webinar. We are definitely just honored to have your attendance at this monumental event. You know, we have been working very hard to bring forth some solutions. So today is the day that we are presenting these solutions live and direct to the family. So definitely look forward to being at your service. Whether or not we'll continue. Peace.
Thank you, good brother. Thank you for your patience during this time. Yeah, you could go around. All right, this is some of the brands that we represent. Unfortunately, a lot of the family may not be familiar with Red and Blue Pill, what exactly we do in the community. Some people may be familiar with us from Sonetta TV, House of Consciousness, where we take the capacity of journalism or journalists. You usually see us interviewing brothers and sisters. Then when we're on UGR TV, Brother Richard's channel, most of the time we're being interviewed, okay? And then when you catch us on Know the Ledge Radio, we're interviewing someone else. So in a nutshell, me and my brother are what is termed as serial entrepreneurs. We wear many hats. We do a lot of stuff both behind the scenes and in front of the camera. These are some of the brands that we represent. Know the Ledge Radio. You can find this on Blog Talk Radio. You can Google it. 700 episodes over 6 years. Tuesdays and Fridays, we never missed a day. 9 p.m. to midnight. All right? We have hundreds of teachers that are in the community. You name them. Dr. Sadie, Dr. Valentine, Dr. Delbert Blair, rest in peace. Francis Crest Wilson, rest in peace. Queen of Four, Mama Pill, KT the Arshavri, Sarah Supersetti, Dr. Umar Johnson. We could go on for days. You get the point. Go into the archives. They are powerful, powerful, powerful shows. We don't argue. We don't go back and forth. We don't have pissing contests on our show. We give you straight information the way that you want it, all right? So for the students that are in the building. Now we have My Power Pieces. This is a brand that Blue Pill is helping, dealing with the jury. Everywhere we go, people want to know about the jury. They're interested in the sacred stones. So our brother put together a website, My Power Pieces. Seventh Heaven Seamoss, or Seven Heaven for that matter. That is a health and wellness brand, dealing with sea moss, dealing with gold waters, monolithic gold, monatomic gold, monatomic silver, things of that nature. Law 44, the great divine speaks through signs. Ancient traditions say that the Most High or the divine speaks through numerics or numerals or numbers. This is the brother's interpretation of the 44. That's the law 44. Kings County Clothier, that's the clothing brand that I represent, that I helm. That is a streetwear brand that has been in existence for over 10 years. KTL Empowerment, that would be our multi-level marketing empowerment aspect of what it is that we do. We had a successful run in 2013 with Feeder Matrix, with a lot of the participants from Know the Ledge. Shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Sonetta TV, as you know, we have journalistic duties. We come forward on our brother's channel to interview, to be interviewed, to do lectures, and things of that nature, and disseminate information So that's not everything. That's just giving you a glimpse of all of the things that me and this man does. And as a result of doing what we do, we built a very extensive network, and that's what F.A.C.T.S is built on. Next slide, please. So F.A.C.T.S, in a nutshell, family, to break it down, it is an acronym. A lot of people are familiar with the same facts. So what happened as a result of deep meditation and as a result of wanting to bring solutions to a group of people who really wanted that. They asked for solutions on a daily basis. So we have created what is known as the F.A.C.T.S initiative. F.A.C.T.S stands for food, art, clothing, transportation, technology, shelter, and strategy. Right now, we're going with the food, art, clothing, technology, and shelter, but these other networks are also incorporated into what it is that we're doing. So food, agriculture, health and wellness, self-preservation, electric foods, raw foods, superfoods, horticulture, art, the liberal arts, new media, animation, music, film, clothing, brands, apparel design, manufacturing, wearable tech industry, transportation, travel, distribution, manufacturing, technology, app development, service, software as a service, computer language, startups, shelter, law, security, real estate, land trust, earthships, community, economics, strategy, security, political science, Second Amendment, private paramilitary, cyber warfare, and think tanks. All right? For those that are in the audience who were present when we did the F.A.C.T.S initiative months ago, this family is an update on it, but it's also a presentation to those thousands of new members who never heard of this, who never seen the presentation. So we have to cater to them as well as cater to you. So we're going to give you updates about where we're at, what we've been doing over the months. We're also going to be presenting this information to a whole new body politic of brothers and sisters who are interested in signing up to the initiative. Next, please. Just some pills. I go by the name of red pill. He goes by the name of blue pill. The doctor tells you take a few pills. You know, we know that all of this 70% of our people are on medication, right? Pills. They're all in the pill bottle. So when we present to you in forms of information, that's the red and the blue pill. It will be considered as medicine, but it's utilized to open up your eyes. It's utilized to help you change the perception of a matrix or a box that we may live in, or a false reality that we may prescribe to, okay? That's not necessarily real. It's an illusion. So that's what the pills are about, okay? Next. The definition of an initiative is the ability to assess and initiate things independently, meaning that you're not waiting for Donald Trump to save you. You're not waiting for Hillary Clinton to save you. You don't have to feel the burn to take initiatives into your own hand. You're living in a neighborhood that is filthy and dirty. You don't have to wait for a European from Wisconsin to move into your community and teach you how to clean up your community, how to sweep the blocks or paint the abandoned trap houses and things of that nature. No, if you're claiming that you are not fallen humanity, if you're claiming that you're not savages or useless eaters, you pick up a broom and a mop and you take the initiative. That's at the micro level. But at the macro level, in order to help our people, in order to bring solutions to our people and not have all of these foundations in your pockets, all of these non-for-profits in your pocket, and we know that in itself is a game, okay? We know that in itself is a trick sometimes because they'll come in, put you in debt and take all of your resources and take over your businesses. So initiatives is the ability to initiate things independently, all right? Originality, creativity, enterprise, inventiveness, imagination, ingenuity, the power or opportunity to act or take change before others do. An example, we have lost all the initiative and allowed our opponents to dictate the subject, all right? So that's what we decided that we have to do. All right, there's no other option at the end of the day. Okay, next. So to break down what it is that we are doing and what it is that we are offering and what it is that we are proposing to the family, okay, with the F.A.C.T. initiative. The F.A.C.T. initiative is attached to an economic solution, along with all of the other things that we're going to show you in a few minutes. But let's get right to it, okay? The goal of what it is that we're doing is 30,000 members, okay? 30,000 members is what's needed to make this thing do what it has to do, okay? So the first phase that we're implementing is called Fortune Builders. This is a 90-day program for everybody that is going to be joining us, all right? After the 90 days, we're going to open up another cycle for another 30,000 brothers and sisters that are going to be interested in joining, because we cannot close the doors on our family. Once the family gets to see what is being done, as our people naturally do, we're going to want to join. We're going to want to be a part of something that's about something. So the first phase is called Fortune Builders. 30,000 of us at $20 weekly will yield a result of $600,000. In a 4-week incubator, that is $2.4 million monthly total. Disclaimer before we even begin, I didn't even mention this in the beginning. The F.A.C.T.S initiative is aimed at business owners. The F.A.C.T.S initiative is aimed at creators. The F.A.C.T.S initiative is aimed at people who are not sitting in their living room or their basement waiting for the world to end. Or they don't want to deal with getting money, or they don't want to deal with creating resources, or they don't want to deal with anything that's going to help their families out. We are not talking to you. We are not, this is not for you. You need to go somewhere where you are being spoken to and dealt with in a manner that is conducive to where your mind is at. Right now, we're dealing with, like I said, small business owners, big business owners, brothers and sisters who are looking for multiple streams of income, okay? People that want to build, creators, people who have ideas and you need resources and funding. That is who we're talking to right now. We're not talking to anybody else. So if there's other people who may be viewing this and they feel that this is not what they're into, you just got your opportunity to exit stage left, okay? So what an incubator is, 4-week incubator. An incubator is basically, I'm sure that you heard of the term incubation and incubator before. It's the same thing that startups are utilizing in order to get their business strong, in order to get their foundation solid, in order to network with professionals around them. When startups begin and they're in their infancy stage, they're put into incubators. Later on, when they grow legs and they're strong, they go into accelerator mode. So you become an accelerator. But right now, for the people that are coming in, this is like an orientation. You will be a 4-week incubator. Okay, the 30,000 members, $20 weekly will yield a result of $600,000. Okay, I know this sounds, astronomical figure, but when you think about it, it is not an astronomical figure. It is a very doable figure, $20 a week. If you don't have $20 out of a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to invest, because you're not donating anything, you're not helping out, you're investing in the movement, you're investing in your network, and you're investing in your business. So a $20 investment, we're not asking for much. If there's someone who cannot pull $20 on a weekly basis, then you just email us and we will have to work with you and put you and point you in a direction with either someone who is looking to hire someone or somehow, some income stream, whether it may be multi-level marketing, internet marketing, network marketing, selling products. We're gonna try to help you get your $20 because at this point in 2016, we should be able to manifest in our minds $20, okay? Or go out and get it somehow. So, this will be automated. Once you sign up for the 90-day program, it will be an automated app, all right? The app is in development. This will be automated, so it will come out of either your bank account or your PayPal. You will be contracted. When you sign up, there will be a contract, so we don't have to deal with, oh, I don't have it this week, I don't feel, that's not how the movement is gonna be able to move forward. That is not how we're gonna be able to build. We have to be for sure about what it is that we're doing because we're all grown, all right? We're all parents, not all of us, but we need to think like adults. And we need to think responsible. And responsible is when you make a commitment, you have to stand by our commitments. It's not gonna hurt us. So the second phase, nation building, $30,000, $50 weekly, 1.5 million, 4-week incubator. That is 6 million monthly total. The third phase, which will be pyramid builders, 30,000 at $100 weekly, that's $3 million. That is a 4-week accelerator, 12 million monthly total. By the time we reach our third phase, we will be able to actually go into cruise control. We'll be able to do things that we have never done before. Okay? Next slide, please. We are offering shares in social entrepreneurship. We are offering sweat equity in the ventures we have launched. We are offering MLM system reward crowdfunding, income fortune building options to create wealth within the network. We are offering an affiliate program with all featured brands on F.A.C.T.S networks. K-Tail Empowerment Network, Kings County Network, 7th Heaven Greenleaf Herbal Network. We are offering wholesale bulk order programs for Soldier Culture, Kings County Clothiers, Mark 125, and Empower Loan, meaning that when you become part of the network, you are now offered the option to engage in wholesale. All right, you'll be able to engage in affiliate programs. You'll be able to engage in a multi-level marketing program. You'll be able to have sweat equity in the work that it is that you're doing in multiple brands. All right, and we're offering shares. The same thing that Marcus Mosiah Garvey did to build up the Black Star Line. The same thing that Madam C.J. Walker did to become one of the wealthiest women in the history of America. They were into network marketing. They were offering shares and equity in their companies. Next slide, please. Fortune building, nation buildings. The collective is the solutions. All right? The collective is the solutions, meaning that all of the numbers that have been showing up to live streams, all of the numbers that have been showing up online, all of the numbers that have been showing up to debates, all of the numbers that are showing up to the lectures, all of the numbers that showed up to places like the Million Man March. We're looking around asking where the solution's at when you are the solution. People are online asking there's 8,000 people online asking one man, what are they gonna do for them? He doesn't even know you. He has no personal relationship with the people online. The people online, though, they know the person that they showed up to deal with. So I feel that if the people online, the power's in the numbers, it's power to the people. We live in a new economy that focuses on the numbers, that we've been doing this thing the wrong time the whole time. So that's why we're going nowhere. Because we've been utilizing formulas that are not conducive to the times. This is not 1950s. This is not 1200s. This is 2012. I mean, this is 2016. So we are theoretically in the future. And the economies that have been restructured after the old economy fell deals with the power of the numbers. So I'm going to briefly show you the numbers that we have so no one could be in denial. So let's go and show the family the numbers that are here that have showed up. Next. All right. This is your solution. Okay? No particular brand, no particular platform, no particular ideology, or no particular, school of thought or knowledge. We're talking about everybody. All hands on deck. Here we have brothers from the Nation of Islam. We have the Moors. We have the brothers from the Nile Valley Civilization, RBG movement. You name it. Hebrew Israelites, within these communities or within these networks or within these schools of thought and knowledge. Come on, man. It's hundreds of thousands of us. We say that we want unity. We say that we want to stop with the back and forths and everything. We say that we want to come together to do something collectively. Well, here's your chance. It doesn't get any easier than this, because the next time, there are ways that we're going to come together in the future, but it's not going to be to do what it is that we're talking about. Okay? There are ways to get us all to come together, but that's usually a tragedy, or that's usually to protest and rally and complain about what's going on and be reactionary. And what we're saying is, let's be proactive. Next slide, please. Comedic War Conference, Harlem, New York City. There's your unity, all right? Or what it looks like when we're unified. Next slide. All right, National Black Day in Harlem. Look at all of the faces in the crowd, family. This is everywhere that we go. They're showing up in droves. The solution is in the building. Next slide. Next slide. This is in Detroit at the STEAMS conference. Shout out to my brother Sarah Supersetti. Shout out to Divine Prospect, Minister Inky, KT the Usher, Black Panther. Everybody that's represented, everybody that was there. Keith Portman, Brooklyn Foundation, Blue Pill, everybody. Love. Next slide. All right. This is something that we did in November. Science, technology, engineering, art, and math. These are some of the building blocks that helped the F.A.C.T.S initiative come about. All right. All of these experiences that I had, and over the year, over the months for that matter, was very instrumental to formulating what it is that we have in front of us now. Okay. So when we did the STEAMS conference, and we found out that Marcus Garvey was the originator of the STEAMS, you know what I mean? And they took and created STEMs, that this brother said that we had to be incorporating science, technology, engineering, art, and math into the revolution. And that was the first time that I heard about that. I was blown away, and it made me dig deeper. Okay, next slide. This is What's Up African. This is our brothers out in these brothers are in Detroit. They're everywhere. Everywhere that we go, they pop up. You know what I'm saying? So these brothers have commanded a large audience on social media and their networks and things of that nature. So even in their movement, there are hundreds and thousands of people, hundreds or thousands of people that are following them. Okay, next slide, please. All right, just another show of all of the people that showed up in Detroit. Shout out to all of y'all. We will be doing the STEAMS Conference Part 2 coming up, I think, this summer. Next slide. Just more images of the family in a unified state. We're not just taking pictures. We're not just standing in front of a camera doing selfies. We're showing the world and the community, for that matter, that brothers and sisters from different backgrounds, schools of thought and knowledge, come together, have fun, do commerce, spread information, and move the culture forward. All right? That's what we're here to do. Next slide, please. Next slide. This is Atlanta at the technology conference, the Comedic Scientific Research Modern Tech. All right? This was put on by the Amin Ross Squad. Shout out to Brother Dr. Ma'at, Ishmael Allah, Black Panther with the Mosai tribe, everybody that's represented. Brother Amir, all right, Ngozi, everyone on that side. Salute, shout out. This was a powerful, powerful event. Look at the family. Hundreds of people showed up. Hundreds. So I'm only showing you these pictures to show that we do not have to look outside of our circles and our networks for the solutions that we say that we want. Because it's smacking us right in the face. Next slide, please. More pictures from the technology conference. H.O.K is in the building, Ngozi, Keith Horton, Casual. Shout out to my brother, the Magi, Black Panther, Keith Horton, Perry is in the building, Professor James Small, Sarah Supersetti. I mean, you name it, everybody was there, man. And it was all love. It was powerful. Next slide, please. All right, shout out to Star. We was at the, what hotel was that? It was at a real nice hotel, doing a live stream and things of that nature. Shout out to everybody that showed up there. Smash Rockwell, I see you. All right, next slide. All right, just showing you the unity. Next slide. This is the Evolution Conference in New York City, in Harlem, 125th Street. Science, metaphysics, biology, technology, K to the Usher. Shout out to Brother Polite, Blue Covenant, Sinetta, Che Black, Master Born Allah, Red. You know what I mean? H.O.K. Everybody showed up in unity, in unison, and let the family know that we are all here working together. All right? I just have to show you because a lot of people always talk on the negative and never the positive. Okay? So just in this picture alone, or the picture that we just showed you before, each one of these groups that each one of these brothers represent, and they influence thousands of people, thousands upon thousands upon thousands. So there is no excuse as to why we can't come together and finally do something collectively that's going to change lives and make history. Next slide, please. Gods and Earths, Nation of Islam, the Wahabians, Hebrew Wars, RBG Pan-Africans, Kemet Nile Valley. I say 10 million. That's your Voltron right there. There's your numbers. All right? There are your numbers, so we don't have to go into a pool of a people that we don't necessarily agree with, or they're not on the same page as us. We got our people right here. The gods and the earths, the Nation of Islam, the Wahabians, the Hebrew Moors, the Hebrews and the Moors, the RBG, the Pan-Africans, the Kemet Nile Valley. Although there are ideological differences, although we may disagree on a few things, we do agree on the majority of things, and that is that we need to get our thing together, we need to get our network stronger, we need to build a nation for our people. These babies need us, the elders need us, our wives, everybody needs us, okay? And we're stronger together than we are apart. So that's all I'm showing. Next slide, please. All right, let's get into the networks of facts. The first one is food. Next, okay? All I'm doing by showing you this, family, is to show you an update on what it is that we've been doing behind the scenes. Shout out to my brother Cheyenne, the Liberator. Shout out to El Amir, everybody on that side who have been doing monumental work. We went to our brothers, because like I said, it makes no sense to talk about unity. It makes no sense to talk about the F.A.C.T.S initiative. And when we're doing the work to build up the F.A.C.T.S initiative, I'm not going to spend money, or I'm not going to my brothers in the community. I figured that we don't have to go outside the community anymore. We have our own industry. So I went to my brothers, who I trust and respect, and I went ahead and we got our brothers to help us out. We're creating LLCs out of these companies. Not only LLCs, but Dun & Bradstreet. Because when you join the F.A.C.T.S initiative, it won't be a hustle. You won't be hustling anymore. You will eventually be a business owner, okay? That is the encouragement that we're saying, that if I have an LLC, you have an LLC, and she has an LLC, the way that we build our credit up, the way that we do business with each other is that we have to incorporate ourselves and do business as a circle, okay? Now, I understand people have concepts that they don't want to get incorporated and they don't want to be a part of the system. And I'm saying that we are utilizing the step system, or the step pyramid system, that you got to make a move first. Okay, so walk with us. We are definitely, our minds are definitely into sovereignty. We want to move towards sovereignty. Of course, that is the ultimate goal. But the steps that it's going to take is the steps that we're showing you right now. So, Seventh Heaven Seymour's. This is Brother Blue Pill's health and wellness, you know what I'm saying, product. All right, this is his answer to malnourishment and malnutrition. Seymour's, 92 trace minerals. It is a superfood. It has iodized, bromides, and regulates metabolism. It suppresses your appetite. It helps with digestion, hair and nails, skin, and things of that nature. Some of the ingredients to the Brother Seventh Heaven Seymour's, it is world renowned as some of the best tasting sea moss that you can ever have, as well as some of the healthiest. Sea moss, avocados, coconut, bananas, almond, agave, water. It's vegan, it's organic, and it's alkaline. Okay? I'm just showing you a brand that the brother has that is part of the Food Network, okay? That is not a concept, and it's actually an active brand, and it has been saving lives, feeding babies, helping people get their health up, helping people with their malnourishment. Because if we don't know by now, the majority of us as African Americans, Moors, Aboriginal, whatever you want to call it, if you're across the pond in London, you're in the Caribbean, a lot of our people are eating GMO foods. A lot of our people are not eating mineral-rich foods or raw foods or superfoods and things of that nature. So the majority of our people, although we may be muscular, we could be athletically shaped, we could be fat and looking healthy, stacked with the, you know how the ladies are with all of the ovals popping, or you could be a brother with the nice belly that the ladies like to rub on. According, not to red pill, but according to statistics, a lot of us are malnourished. all right? We haven't eaten real food. We don't eat foods that return the nutrients that we lose. When you ejaculate, do you know how many nutrients you lose? When the sisters go through their menstrual cycle, do you know how many minerals and nutrients you lose? How are you replacing that? Okay, McDonald's cannot replace that. You know, some of the diets that we have, that's not replacing that. So we have to get into plant-based diets. We have to get into alkaline diets, electric foods, and things of that nature. So the brother is bringing forth something that is definitely a powerful solution. Next slide, please. All right, these are just some images of the brother's product. Okay, hit up ocean14corp.com for further information. This is the brother's. Do you want to talk about it real quick? Just briefly. I mean, I would definitely let my brother go in and give you some of the rundown on the product line that he has and what it is that he's doing for the family.
Yes, family, for those who don't know, these are my Soul elixirs. These are mineralized monatomic elixirs. So we have liquid gold here, we have liquid silver, we also offer platinum, okay? And all three of these particular elixirs do different things for the body systems. One for the pineal gland, the other for the endocrine system, pituitary gland, and of course, silver works as an antibiotic. Everything that antibiotics do, that's what silver previously, was known to do: antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal. So this is what these particular elixirs offer, and they are 99.9% pure. They're structured in monatomic format, all right, for easy integration into the cellular membrane, all right, which is very difficult to break down with colloidals, all right, so that's why we deal strictly with monatomics. So these particular items can be found at soulgoldbiz.com, SOLEGOLDBIZ.com, and it will be part of the affiliate program of the F.A.C.T.S.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. All right. Some of the brothers' gold water, all right? Soul gold water, world renowned, okay? This is Greenleaf Herbal Solutions, family. This is Mama Pill. This is her product line. Shout out to Mama Pill, all right? Mama Pill has 30 years experience under the tutelage of Dr. Sebi, Usha Institute. She has helped cure AIDS, all right? She is on record as one of the first human beings, not women or, quote unquote, sisters in the community. No, as one of the first human beings to cure AIDS in the 80s under the tutelage of Dr. Sebi, all right? The patient's name was Frank White. You can look it up. Okay, so she has oxyhemo, nervino, the amino colonies, and other different products that will definitely help the family extend their life, get their health and wellness together, things of that nature. Next. Superfood Village. Shout out to my brother Talik out of Houston, Texas. This brother is doing catering business. He has a superfood catering business. And he also has an online store with Superfood Village. They are offering you chlorella, spirulina, moringa. These are all superfoods. Highly, 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 highly recommended that you take this as a supplement, both in the morning, at night. You can also put it in the baby formula. You can also feed it to the little ones, sprinkle it on your Frosted Flakes. That's what you do. That's what you eat. You know what I mean? But you have to begin to balance the scales. So the brother's doing powerful, powerful work. Next slide. The world's largest markets for organic products, the United States is at $26.7 billion. So going back to what I just showed you, what the brother's doing with his superfood business and his catering business, he is effectively tapping into a $26 billion market. But then we also have a global stage because we are on the internet, we're part of a global market. So France is 4 billion, Germany is 8 billion, China is 2 billion, Canada is 2 billion, the UK is 2 billion, Italy 2, Switzerland is 1 billion, going all the way down to Australia at 1 billion. So if you have a product and you want to market it to the world, I'm just showing you some of the, I'm letting you know that this is a booming market. But more than anybody, by leaps and bounds, is the United States, okay? And we know that this quote-unquote organic market is something that people like Queen of Four, Dr. Sabi, Dick Gregory, Mama Pill, and a whole bunch of other people ushered in the late 70s, early 80s, and things of that nature, all right? Now it's booming, so it's time to take part of that boom and to create a market or industry where, you know, our people are able to prosper. Next slide, please. This is an industrial hemp producer license for one of our members at the Blue Alkaline Farms, meaning that we have the right to grow hemp, all right? Hemp that has 100 different industrial uses. This is in Nashville, Tennessee, okay? All right, it goes all the way from making bricks to making clothes, and also for medicinal purposes as well. All right, these brothers have done monumental work with black farmers. They've done monumental work when it comes to agriculture and horticulture, and now they have a license to grow industrial hemp. So these brothers are part of the network as well. Next slide, please. All right, this is just the blueprint of the land that is allotted for us to grow the hemp, take advantage of the market that is booming when it comes to both medicinal marijuana, recreational, and also for hemp and its industrial usage. Next slide, please. The Marijuana Business Conference and Expo, the brothers that we just showed you the license for, they are arduously pursuing getting licenses and growing marijuana, cultivating the marijuana, and also becoming part of that market. Just some stats. Colorado's marijuana tax revenues nearly doubles. Recreational pot delivers a $53 million tax revenue. Colorado raised more tax revenue for marijuana than alcohol, okay? So marijuana is booming. In the next few years, all 50 states would have definitely legalized marijuana the same way that when the prohibition was over, they legalized alcohol. This is what these de facto, and you know what I'm saying, entities or corporations, they will be utilizing marijuana as a cash crop. All right. So it's time for those of us that have the knowledge of both growing, the knowledge of all kind of things dealing with marijuana to get in the game legally. Look at the Marijuana Business Conference and Expo, America's oldest and largest national cannabis trade show. All right, look that up and become part of that. The fee to be a member of that is kind of high, and I would think so. You know why it's high? Because they want to keep a certain demographic of individuals out. Now, I'm not saying just black people or whores or whatever. I'm just saying people that don't have the money to play. That's who they're shutting out. So you want to get on top of that, and that's what you do. Next slide. Art and culture. Okay, this is Brother Blue Pill's drawing, his depiction of a pharaoh, one of the first designs that we used on Kings County Clothier 10 years ago. And this print right here will definitely be for sale. It'll be part of the art gallery, the art gallery show that we're going to be having in the very near future. And you know, this is what helped kick off a whole movement, to be honest with you. Because Kings County 10 years ago, you know, we were out there selling the clothes and pushing the culture and pushing the motifs or the iconography of our ancestors in the clothing game. We were basically out there by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pharaoh Pharaonic. That brother was doing his thing as well. I saw him last night. But there were not a lot of different brands out there. They were out there on the front line, physically in the street, pushing the culture, putting the culture on the youth, and letting them look the part. You can talk the part and walk the part, but you should also look the part as well. Next slide. Just showing you Kings County or KTL Media for that respect. KTL Media, we deal with all of the things dealing with art, media, film, music. All of these things are part of KTL Media. So we're showing you that we are definitely certificate of good standing. We're official. We're LLC. We're in the building. We're ready to do business. Okay? So KTL Knowledge Media, KTL Radio, and all of that is a part of KTL Media LLC. Next slide, please. All right. This is the Trivium. All right. This is the liberal arts. Okay. Knowledge, facts, data, terms, basic skills, understanding how the facts fit together, the what and the why. Wisdom, proper use of the knowledge and understanding. What does that equal? That is true learning. All right. That is what we represent. That would be a complete breakdown of Know the Ledge or KTL. That's it right there. This is what we represent in all of our facets and everything that we do. This will be the greatest way to break down, the clearest way to explain who we are, what we represent, and what we're about. The facts, the data, okay, the basic skills, but we're also about understanding, applying it, not just doing the knowledge, but applying the knowledge, turning that knowledge into wisdom, the proper use of the knowledge and understanding. Okay? Next slide, please. This is the evolution of the Trivium. Evolution of the Trivium, all right? The Trivium will be the expression of intellect. The quadrivium is intellect. Okay, so the several liberal arts, you have grammar, language, logic, rhetoric. Then you have the arithmetic, the number, the music, the geometry, astronomy. All right, so geometry, space, astronomy, motion, music, time, arithmetic, number. Also the Hermetic principles. Okay, Hermes Trismegistus, and things of that nature. This is what we're applying in both the arts and also the culture. Real quick, can you get the Rich upstairs? All right, I'm gonna just break it down real quick about the seven liberal arts and sciences, which are grammar, rhetoric, logic, arithmetic, geometry, music, astronomy, are here illustrated. Grammar is a science which teaches us to express our ideas in appropriate words, which we may afterward beautify and adorn by means of rhetoric, while logic instructs us on how to think and reason with propriety, and to make language supported into thought. Arithmetic, which is the science of computing by numbers, is absolutely essential, not only to thorough knowledge of all mathematical science, but also to a proper pursuit of our daily applications. Geometry, or the application of arithmetic to sensible quantities, is of all sciences the most important, since by it we are enabled to measure and survey the globe that we inhabit. Its principles extend to other spheres, and occupied in a contemplation and measurement of the sun, moon, and heavenly bodies constitutes the science of astronomy. And lastly, when our minds are filled and our thoughts enlarged by the contemplation of all wonders which these sciences open to our view, music comes forward to soften our hearts and cultivate our affection by its soothing influences. Grammar is the key by which alone the door can be opened to the understanding of speech. It is grammar which reveals the admirable art of language and unfolds it various constituent parts, its names, definitions, and respective offices. It unravels, as it were, the thread of which the web of speech is composed. These reflections seldom occur to anyone before their acquaintance with the art, yet it's most certain that without a knowledge of grammar, it is very difficult to speak with propriety, precision, and purity. Rhetoric. It is by rhetoric that the art of speaking eloquently is required. To be an eloquent speaker, in the proper sense of the word, is far from being either common or easy attainment. It is the art of being persuasive and commanding. The art, not only of pleasing the fancy, but of speaking both to the understanding and to the heart. Logic. is that science which directs us how to form clear and distant ideas of things, and thereby prevents us from being misled by the similitude or resemblance of all human sciences. That concerning man is certainly most worthy of the human mind, and the proper manner of conducting its several powers and the attainment of truth and knowledge. This science ought to be cultivated as the foundation or groundwork of our inquiries, particularly in the pursuit of those sublime principles which claim our attention as master builders. Next. All right, we can get into geometry, arithmetic, the advantages of geometry. We're not going to get into all of that because we definitely have to move forward with the presentation, but you get the point, family. This is what it is that we represent. We definitely will touch on it later on down the line. We're going to be doing more live streams on Northern Ledge Empowerment channel on just specific topics like this, just liberal arts. We'll give you a 3-hour lecture on that because it deserves the time and the breakdown and the thorough understanding, overstanding, and understanding of what it is that we have amongst us, okay? Especially those of us that are studying things like Hermetic sciences and whatnot. We have to study the Hermetic principles, all right? That you may, you may not identify with that. But these are some of the things that the people that are running the world, not just the European, I'm talking about multiple nationalities. They are utilizing these principles right now. Okay? So we're going to go into that later on down the line. Right? So if you haven't signed up to our channel, definitely sign up, subscribe to it, so you'll get the alerts as soon as we decide that we're going to move forward with these classes. Next slide, please. Next slide. All right, here's some of my power pieces. Here's some of the artwork, some of the jewelry. We could go on for days about the power of the sacred stones, the properties of the stones, the properties of the sacred metals. I'm sure the family are familiar with properties of diamonds, gold, and silver. Well, the same thing applies to copper. The same thing applies to agates. The same thing applies to quartz and things of that nature. They all have powerful properties. Don't only get stuck on diamonds, because the world is bigger than that. Next slide, please. All right, next slide, please. When it comes to new media, we want to show the family that what it is that we have figured out and what it is that we demonstrate and what it is that we show the family is that content is king. We identify, me and red, me and blue, we're new media. We're part of new media. So as a result of that, you will see us doing what? Utilizing a collaborative, cooperative standpoint in utilizing different platforms to disseminate information and to disseminate different speakers and to disseminate all things conscious. All right. So we've been on we were on Sinetta Studios, Baba TV, UGR TV, Titans TV, Forbes DVD, Know the Ledge Media, Know the Ledge Radio, and other different Hip Hop is Real, Kia Life. Shout out to those brothers and all other platforms that come forth and want to utilize their platform to spread information and to spread consciousness. All right, next slide, please. Just showing you more clips of different platforms that we've been working with over the years. You have Black News 102. Just showing you that. Okay. So at the same time, we're definitely encouraging those of you that are out there that are thinking about forming your own news media outlets, what do they call that? We're definitely saying that it's possible. When you become part of the network, we'll definitely walk you through the things that you may need to turn your camera on in the state that you are and build your own platform, because we need to find out what's happening around the world, not only in Harlem or Atlanta. We're encouraging you to tell stories in your region or wherever you're at amongst your demographics. So Netflix global expansion, I'm showing this to show that the future is in streaming, not on YouTube. We're live streaming right now. So we utilize YouTube for both live streaming and also to show the videos and things of that nature. But the future is in ownership of your own streaming channels. Okay, next slide, please. just some facts about streaming and numbers. $15 billion by 2020, revenue-wise and whatnot. It's gonna definitely blow. It is the future. Next slide. Online video, $1 billion opportunity. All right, streaming, pay-per-view. By 20, right now it's at 9.8. By 2020, 13.7. You want to get in now. All right, you want to be a part of that now. You don't want to get in later on. Shout out to everybody that has their streaming services. I can't let the cat out the bag, but a brother who was very influential on the battle rap circuit, he shared with us recently his endeavor to launch a streaming service. And I know that's gonna pop, you know what I'm saying? Because the brother has established himself as a reputable brand. Next slide. All right, so with that being said, we have created what is known as Netflix. Netflix is going to be a streaming program. It's going to have tons and tons and tons of original content. It's going to have tons of content from scholars that you may have heard of and some that you may never heard before. There's going to be libraries of lectures and material that came out in the 80s and the 90s and things of that nature. But what we want to do is we want to have a central location where we can access our scholars, their lessons, and also some new stuff that is taking place in our community. So brothers and sisters that are creating web series, webisode series, short films, animation, feature films, you name it, documentaries, you name it, as long as it is of a certain quality, then you have a chance of being part of the Netflix family, okay? Next slide. All right, these are just some titles that we have out there. KT with the whole Hollywood Decoded series, Lucy Decoded, Captain America Decoded, Red and Blue, we have classic lectures, Blueprint 322. The Truth is in the Blood, that's for Mama Pill, straight out of Compton Decoded with Black Dot. The Moors and Antiquity, that's a 4-part series that I did with Sonetta about in 2012, a while ago. All right, so these are some of the titles that we'll be streaming, along with a library of other titles. What we want to do is help our brothers and sisters to be compensated for the works that they've been doing over the years. We definitely will have a payment plan to compensate all of the content providers that come on the platform. Now, next slide, please. These are just some of the movie cameras and the equipment that will be utilized, and then these are some of the resources that are needed in order for this dream, in order for this idea, in order for this vision to move forward. The Black Magic camera, the red camera, we want to shoot our presentations in 8K and 4K, high quality, so they can last, they can stand the test of time. It could be appealing to those of us who are not necessarily interested in consciousness, but when they see something that looks good, like a Hidden Colors, looks good, sounds good, feels good, they'll be ready to sit down and take this information in. So the key is in the production. So we have to step up our production. This is what we'll be doing in the network. When the brothers and sisters join the network, we'll be getting the resources through the weekly treasury, like I spoke of earlier. We will begin to have access to resources. So there'll be camera rentals. The same way that they have it right now. You can go in the city and rent a camera, but what about renting cameras from your home? Okay, and other equipment. Next, please. Okay, just giving you a rundown of some of the numbers. Okay, some of the overhead. This camera, the Mark II, is $14,000. All right, to have certain, you know, $1,500, $500 just for some lights. To have this harness right here is not $800. So it's going to cost money. It's going to cost fiat. It's going to cost investment, but it will be done. Okay, these are some of the things that definitely will be done. Aerial drones, you know, GoPro cameras, you know, you name it. By that way, we could create what is known as a reality show. I've never seen a reality show representing consciousness. I've never seen a person on a reality show utter 10 words of consciousness. So where people may turn their nose up and be like, why reality? Because that's where our people are at. That's what they watch. That's their new soap opera. So instead of just letting them indulge in all of this, you know, iniquity, we might as well put something up there so they can balance it out. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we have to do. Next slide, please. Next. Hip hop, part of the art network, $1 trillion industry, family. It's global, it's everywhere. They are selling tampons with hip hop. They are selling insurance with hip hop. They are selling Donald Trump, damn, they might be using hip hop for his campaign. I mean, everything is being sold with hip hop, all right? As hip hop is powering everything, the message, the jingles, all of that stuff. The culture in itself, not just rap, but the culture, breakdancing, graffiti, the way that we dress, the fashion, the way that we talk, the way that everything that encompasses the culture is part of $1 trillion industry. We need to take ownership, okay? We definitely need to take ownership. We witnessed Beyonce release the Lemonade exclusively through Tidal. We witnessed Kanye release Life of Pablo exclusively through Tidal, which is a service, a streaming service that is owned by Jay-Z. So they're trying to cut out the middleman and bringing the money or bringing the currency or bringing the reward straight to them. All right, cutting out the record label and going straight to the source. That is the future. That's the opportunity that we have in front of us. Next, please. So the revenue of music publishing in the United States from 2008 to 2020, as you can see, it is in the millions. All right, 2008 it was 4.7. It's going down a little bit. It's going to be 3.9 in 22. Okay, so I'm not encouraging the family to sign to any label as a record deal. But what I'm saying is get your publishing up. That's important. Okay, that's where the money is at. Next slide. The Indian film industry, a lot of people talk about Hollywood, but they're not aware that Bollywood is on top of Hollywood when it comes to success. All right, in 2012, Bollywood produced 1,600 films compared to the mere 476 in the United States. Bollywood had sold an impressive 2.6 billion, and the United States only sold 1.3 billion. So Bollywood is a model that many of us can begin to study when it comes to independent film, when it comes to capturing your image and your story with your own camera, with your own producers and your own directors. We don't want to go to Hollywood. We're not saying that we want to get Hollywood. We want to get Godlywood. We want to get our own good point. We want to get our own films, production, our own streaming services, means of distribution, direct to market. We want to tell our own stories. So I'm only showing you Bollywood, and I will show you Nollywood to show you that that is possible. I'm only showing you this because everybody's going to be like, oh, they're racist and they only show light-skinned people. I didn't say that. We didn't get into that. All we're saying is that outside of the big cabal of Hollywood, that you have Bollywood and Nollywood, and they're all successful, all right? So we can do that as well. We don't have to sit on the casting couch in Hollywood with Harry Rosenberg family and all that. It's not gonna happen, you know, they're not in your best interest. Never gonna happen, ever. Next, the rise of music streaming continues. As you can see, CD album sales down, digital album sales down, digital track sales down. What is up? Vinyl and on-demand streams. So that's where the future's headed, okay? Because everything else seems to be going down. Next, God Hop. Shout out to Soul Messiah. Shout out to Patara Tahu. Shout out to my brother, Brick the Foundation. Shout out to Amin Rock. Shout out to Sada Rock, the goddess. Shout out to Narubi Selah, Black Dot. There are a lot of names out there, but they compromise what I identify as God Hop and others identify as God Hop, meaning that they're doing hip hop, but it's not shit hop. Meaning that they're doing turn up, but it's not burn up. You know what I mean? It's not turn up that you may be used to. It's not ratchet. It may be ratchet consciousness, but it's not necessarily ratchet. There are alternatives out there. Next slide, please. Okay, next. Brick the Foundation. I'm giving the brother, definitely giving him a lot of props for achieving something that hasn't been able, that many people have not been able to achieve. and that is merging the sounds of the turn up down south trap music with that of consciousness, Black Power, unapologetically Black Power consciousness. Brother King Chi Diallo out of the Midwest, Brooklyn Foundation. You brothers are doing monumental work. Keep up the good work. Support my brother, please. Next slide. KTL, all right? We have 2 mixtapes that are classics. Watch the Pillars. That's the last one that we put out in 2011. And we are working on putting our new one out by Memorial Day. Okay, I know we always talk about putting out the new music, but it's coming around, family. It's definitely coming to fruition. So you can go to Bandcamp and put the Twin Pillars in Bandcamp, or you can put it in Google, and these mixtapes will show up. I believe, are they free downloads? Or they gotta pay? You can just leave a donation. If it's $1 or $5, you'll get the mixtape, all right? Check it out, it's classic. Next. They go Sarah, they go Soul Messiah, all right? Shout out to them. I definitely have good news to share with the family. We will definitely be sharing that news in the near future. I don't want to jump out the window right now and pull the cat out of the bag. But what I can say is that the single Scorpion King will be available on iTunes. It will be available on Tidal. It will be available on Spotify. I went to my brother, going back to what I was saying earlier. Instead of going to anybody else, instead of sitting down with somebody that doesn't look like me, that doesn't have my best interests in hand, I went to my brother Soul Messiah, and we worked it out to where Scorpion King will be definitely distributed through the brothers label. Okay? So shout out to God Hop Movement, shout out to Soul Messiah, shout out to South Rock. No doubt. Next. Clothing, all right? Another network in F.A.C.T.S, okay? Manufacturing for clothing. This is an image of a silk screen factory that we've been working out of for many, many years. Brother Kev at Direct Print, shout out to you, shout out to your staff, and you know, love and life and all of the help that you've given us over the years. Okay, next slide. Kings County Clothiers LLC, just showing you, you know, the fact that we definitely got the business in order. We are working towards our Dun and Brad, you know what I mean? You know, so just showing the family that we're working. Next. If I could do anything for my brothers and sisters out there, go back. If I could share anything with our brothers and sisters, it would be, if you are from a teenager, from 10 years old or 11 or 12, all the way up to an elder, okay? And you are artistic, you are looking for a regular income stream, or you are thinking about taking some of your artistic ideas and putting them on either canvases or clothing or any kind of accessory. I recommend that you get a 1-screen or a 2-screen silk screen machine if you have room. I've been down south, a lot of people have basement room, a lot of people have empty rooms, a lot of people have room. It's not the same as New York City where a lot of us are crammed into small spaces, but out of town, there's a lot of room to move around. So I'm encouraging the family to go online, go to eBay or Amazon or even Alibaba and try to get you a silk screen machine. This is something that can help change your life. This is something that can help take the young ones off of the streets. This is something that can help a brother or sister who is just coming home and is looking for work and you can't get hired. Hire yourself, all right? Get the machine and then go out and get jobs, or go out and tell the local bakery or you know, any of these new businesses that are popping up that you offer your services to help, you know, do the silk screening. Go online and learn how to do step by step. Do it yourself. Yeah, you know, you can do it yourself on YouTube, silk screening, or you could just learn how to do the process of silk screening, which is not difficult, but it's something that you gotta learn. You just can't walk into it, okay? Because you can hurt yourself. Next. Next. All right, Alibaba is a global trade market behemoth. This is where we will be shopping. This is where the network of the clothing, brothers and sisters, we will be putting our funds together, we will be putting our investments together, and we will be shopping with Alibaba. Alibaba has everything that you can imagine people are saying, if anyone says, why don't you go to your brothers? Why don't you shop? Well, show me some Africans that could rival Alibaba at this time. Okay? Because last time I checked, they're shopping with Alibaba. Because China's in Africa. All right? And a lot of the stuff that's being manufactured that, in Africa is being sold through Alibaba. All right? So we're going to work with Alibaba until we find other people to work with. We definitely will be looking for other options. But right now, I'm recommending that we deal with Alibaba because Alibaba has everything for the low. I'm talking about the low, low, low. So if you have $10,000, you can actually start. You could fill your whole store with inventory at this right now. If you go on Alibaba and look under whatever the specific sector is that you're thinking about creating a job or opportunity or a business for that matter. All right. So Alibaba is the go-to people right now that we utilize. Next slide. Clothing production in China from December 2014 to 2015 in billions of meters. All right. It peaked in January 15 at 9.43, and then it came down in December 15 to 6.6. Nevertheless, all right, it's booming, all right? And every brand that I know is going to China or they're going to India for production, okay, because of the low cost and low overhead, all right? So we're recommending, we want to go to China with a briefcase filled up with some firms or some fiat or some credit and sit down with the people in China and work some things out so we can work for all of the different brands and get all of our lines in production so we can have abundance of stock. We can get into bulk wholesale and things of that nature, all right, and get into some of these doors. Next slide. We got to run through this. Production, manufacturing, just showing you some of the manufacturing. Next slide. All right, that's the website. Just giving you an idea. Nagash Footwear, apparel, they are not part of the network, but I'm showing you high quality Hermetic footwear. Businessesforsale.com. Write this website down and visit it right now. Businessesforsale.com. They are selling everything that you could imagine business-wise. When we come together as a group, we come together as a network, we will visit Businesses for Sale, and we'll buy up some businesses. We will also be able to sell businesses because you can buy them and sell them. You can get a valuation for your company. So businessesforsale.com. Next. 65,000 live businesses for sale. Next. Alibaba. All right, next. What a time to be alive, okay? We're not here to complain about what's going on in the world. We're not here to boo-hoo. We're not here to give you a doomsday scenario. We're here to say, take advantage of the time that you're living in. You reincarnated for a reason, all right? Next. Next, technology, all right? There's a lot to talk about with technology. K-Tail Empowerment, LLC, Certificate of Good Standing. We're just showing you what's going on behind the scenes. Next. All right, this is the man. This is a Nigerian. He is accredited for creating the technology that brought about what you know as the internet, okay? Dr. Phillip, his resume is loaded with many other feats, such as making oil fields more productive, all right? He is one of the most famous African-American inventors of the 20th century. He's won the Gordon Bell Prize, the Nobel Prize for Computation, okay? So what he did was he created the grids of computers, okay? So he was homeschooled, and then he learned how to do mathematics. He solved 100 math problems in 1 hour. Okay, all right. His father taught him until he knew more than he did. He was born, he was grown. Obviously from Nigeria. Brothers from Nigeria. All right. He has a PhD in scientific computing from the University of Michigan and 2 master's degrees from George Washington University. Next. All right. What he did was he created a supercomputer with laptops. Okay, so a supercomputer is 100,000 times faster than a laptop computer. It costs $400 billion each and occupying a space of 4 tennis courts. What he did with his discovery is that he brought the collective power of thousands of processors and he harnessed them. And the knowledge, and what he was able to do is he was able to shrink the supercomputer down to the size of what we see it now. And the supercomputer is what spawned the internet, family. So this brother right here was the inventor of that. Next. Okay. Next, you could Google him, all right? So digital convergence is what you see when all of the smart TVs, your smart TV, your smartphone, the smart car, the smart house, everything is becoming converged now. So that's digital convergence. Next. Okay, so new media, the forms of communicating in the digital world, which includes publishing on CDs, DVDs, and most significantly over the internet. It implies that the user obtains the material via desktop and laptop computers, smartphones, and tablets. Every company in the developed world is involved with new media, contrasts with old media. The concept that new methods of communicating in the digital world allow smaller groups of people to congregate online and share, sell, and swap goods and information. It also allows more people to have a voice in their community and the world in general. Voila, magic. That's what you see sign on the TV, knowledge media, UGR media. That is new media, family. And that is what it is we're doing. Next slide, please. Internet of all things. Okay. Next. The Internet of all things is forecasted to be a 1.9 trillion market coming in the very, very near future. All it is what you see with the smart cars that drive themselves, the smart homes that communicate with you through your phone when somebody is intruding on your house, or you can turn the lights on from afar. That is going to be the Internet of all things. Everything will be connected. When I say everything, everything will be connected. But with that, that is going to have a revenue explosion of $300 billion. We want to get on point. We want to get on time with it by 2020. So we don't want to be behind the eight ball. We want to be in front of it. Next. I can't get into everything tonight, family. We're running through this, but we'll get to it. 24 billion devices will be connected by 2020. That is the projection. 1.2 trillion. All right, in revenue. Next. This brother, you can find him on Thinker. He is a young African who has been doing monumental things. He's a DJ, but he's also someone who took raw materials in his village and began creating technology. All right, next. How to build a mobile app. App development for youth teams. We will be moving forward with app development for youth teams, but in the meantime, like we always tell the family, go online and Google it. There are hundreds of free programs to teach not only you how to code, but your child, because the children are the ones that are picking up on coding faster than the adults. How to build an app, teach kids how to code for free, kids coding resources, kids app creator. It's all over the internet, okay? Next. 10 excellent platforms for building mobile apps. Next. Virtual reality training for armed forces. Next. We're in a realm right now of augmented reality and virtual reality. That is the future unequivocally, okay? There's really nothing that you can do about it. So what I'm encouraging the family to do is to learn the coding that it takes place to become a developer. So we now can have our own technology, our own apps, okay? Our own augmented reality applications where we can tell our story. So now with augmented reality, you could tell a story of going to Kemet on the phone. The family could put on the Oculus Rift head glasses and go right into Kemet, into all of the temples, right from your house. And if you don't do it, guess who's gonna do it and sell it back to you? Next. So app maker, game salad. Next. Good barber, the app builder, app really low, mobile roadie. These are all app development programs that a young man or woman who is at home with time on their hands, or somebody who necessarily wants to get into this field and doesn't know how to do it. This is the solution right here. You don't necessarily have to go and get into debt by going to school for this. You can learn this in your house, at home, on the computer, okay? Or if you're homeschooling, you now can teach your child how to build an app. Because this is also a $1 billion, $1 trillion market. And it is open to everybody. It's not racist, It won't tell you because you're melanated, you can't build an app. That's not what's happening right now. Everyone is in on it. This is booming in Africa. Okay? There's a tech boom in Africa. Next. They're forecasting $26 billion in sales, 102 billion downloads in 2013 on the apps. Okay? That's 2013. So imagine where we're at now. Next. All right, virtual reality. Okay, these are the headsets. This is what everybody is. The Google glasses, the Oculus Rift. There's a whole bunch of them coming out now. I'm not encouraging the family to dive into all of this and chase it and become slaves, consumer slaves to it. I'm saying to become an owner, become a developer, become a designer. Because this is something that everybody's gonna be utilizing. Your child is gonna ask you for a headset. You know what I mean? You may jump from the Xbox into the headset, but let's stop being customers. Let's stop being on the other end. Let's stop becoming creators and owners of technology so we can have an upper hand. Next, please. All right, next. Magic Leap, next one, let me show you Magic Leap. This is gonna be coming out very soon. It is, I believe it's owned by Google, or they are investing in it, and it's going to be augmented reality where you can actually have King Tutankhamun walk in the room. You know, the same thing that they're utilizing for the for Tupac hologram and other things, like they're about to do the Biggie hologram. They're developing a technology where it's going to be personalized. You'll have it in your home now. So that's Magic Leap. Next. These are very affordable. This is the first step that they're utilizing with the augmented reality. It's called a Google Cardboard box. I think it's about $20. Check it out. Google it. You know, it is. It's very impressive. Okay, very impressive. All right. Next. There you go. Google Cardboard. Next. These are the computer code languages that we're encouraging everybody to get into. We will be teaching this in our networks, Ruby, Rails, PHP, CSS, CSS+. These are the languages that are building the world, the digital world as you know it right now. Okay? These are the languages of power. These are the languages of money. These are the languages of commerce. These are the languages of visionaries, of futurists. This is what they're using. Okay? So we got to get into that. We got to study that. Next. African game development. That was a video that I was going to show from a TED Talks with an African game developer. He was talking about some very powerful things that is taking place in Africa with game development and mobile as well. Next. Code Academy, learn to code. 9 places you can learn how to code. Free coding for beginners. Learn how to code. Full beginner's guide. 10 places where anyone can learn to code. These are online for free. Just Google it. Okay, next. How to make videos, video games. The game creators, make your own game. How to make video games without any programming. So you too could not only play the video game, but you can make the video game. Go online and pull it up, all right? Next. Airbnb, Snap Goods, and 12 more pioneers of the share economy. Just real quick, what the share economy is, so the family can have a greater understanding of the times that we're living in and why we're encouraging the family to become part of these new economies, because these new economies, as we can see, are very profitable. And what is called collaborative consumption, the sharing economy or the peer economy. Owners rent out something they are not using, such as a car, house, or bicycle to a stranger, using these peer-to-peer services. The company typically has an eBay-style rating or review system so people on both sides of the transaction can trust the other. With the popularity of these services, many people don't need to buy when they can rent from others. Okay, so that's what that is. Peer-to-peer sharing, collaborative consumption. Okay, share economy. Next, software as a service, SaaS, all right? That would be Uber, Instacart, Instagram, Airbnb, you know what I mean? The software that they're utilizing is SaaS, study that. Next. All right, these are just some examples of peer-to-peer, collaborative, shared economies. You have Airbnb. You go into a house of a stranger to sleep in a room. Or you go and you're trusting as part of the trust economy. Or Uber, you're calling up a complete stranger to come and pick you up. They're not even medallion cab drivers, but Uber is booming right now. So there's something about these new economies that people are utilizing, and they're saying that, yeah, this works, and I'm with it. And that's how they're moving. Dog vacay. You go on vacation, you can leave your dog with a complete stranger. Okay? All of these things in the new economy, and we need to begin to think about and begin to implement. There needs to be a conscious community form of Airbnb or Uber. Whenever people go somewhere, they can pull out an app and just, you know, I want to get picked up by, you know what I'm saying, one of my conscious comrades on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. You know what I mean? And we ride around and talk about, you know, pineal gland all day. Next. 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 Transportation and travel, all right? We just went over some transportation, the fact that we need our own transportation services, but the travel aspect of it, you can go into that real quick. We are very familiar with travel. We've traveled next. We traveled to Mexico, Cayman Islands, had a very fun time with our family, KTL family in 2012. Right here, we have our brothers and sisters from the Duende National. Duende is a Spanish word which means the smallest spark of spiritual essence. Our goal is to help create that spark with our projects working in a communal climate. The Duende National Group is about creating a sustainable land project with lush, biodiverse Costa Rica as its backdrop. It is founded by a group of friends and families from Brooklyn, New York, whose aim is to build and create a resilient future for ourselves and the community, developing the land into a rustic eco-resort, providing a place for travelers and local folks to share and learn from each other on how to live lightly on planet Earth and reconnect with nature. So you get the point, and doing their thing and not talk about it. Their hashtag is Black Land Matters. Next. All right, that's just more Noonday. Shout out to all of them. All right, you could Google them. Their mission is to start a phased sustainable development of properties located on the Caribbean coast of Costa Rica, commercial development based on multiple business models, vacation rental by owner, glamping and ecotourism, permaculture-based food forests, provide a space for community and tourists to connect with nature. All right, and they're doing that in the now. They're there. Next. All right, some images of Costa Rica, okay, which is very beautiful. Next. Next. All right, picture being in the waterfall, the thermal waters, eating your fruit, just thinking about life, contemplating your path, where you're at in your journey, being with your loved one, your whiz, or your husband, you know what I mean? Just enjoying life, taking time to heal, taking time to just take time off. You feel what I'm saying? Even with the babies and whatnot. Next. This is us in Mexico. We went to Cozumel, Mexico. Shout out to everybody that joined us. We had a wonderful time. We are looking forward to definitely getting back in our travel mode and touring the world. Next. Dr. Sadie, La Ceiba, Honduras, Usha Village. The Usha Village is located in La Ceiba, Honduras. The village is a pristine tropical healing village with a plethora of natural resources, which include plants and rare water within the village. The village is nestled in the hills of La Ceiba, Honduras, where the water located in the village contains the ice form of alkaline. Next. Shelter, monolithic domes, earthships. Next. All right, these are earthship communities. Okay, all right. These are earthship communities that we have. They are located all around the world. Okay, next. All right. These are some of the land trusts. Google Land Trust family. All right, we're going to create multiple land trusts. We're going to be able to move into these land trusts, out of these concrete jungles, out of these regentrified neighborhoods that are killing our people from stress. all right, and economic warfare. Next. Google the community land trusts in the United States. There are many of them. There are no reports of tanks rolling over them, bombings, or anything that took place. Next. Land Watch. I am definitely encouraging everyone to go to landwatch.com and take a toll of all of the land that is available at your fingertips, all of the acreage for the low. Everywhere around America is for sale. So we have no excuses whatsoever on relocating and building up new towns, villages, resorts, whatever you want. Even if you want to buy acreage and get into growing hemp or legalize recreational or medicinal marijuana, you can get your properties from Land Watch, especially as a collector. Next. All right, strategy. This is the last segment, all right? We have to be strategists. Next. Self-defense. We have to arm ourselves, we have to protect ourselves. We have the right to do that. We don't have to explain why. Next. All right? Body suits, body armor, okay? All of these things we could utilize to protect ourselves. These are available online. Next. Drones. Whether it's mini drones, but drone technology is here, and I don't know if it's going anywhere. Let's begin to learn about that. Let's begin to teach about that. Let's get into that. All right, 3D printed guns, 3D printed metals, all kind of things are available. Next. All right, here's your standing army. You don't gotta ask where the army is at. They right there. They in the streets. The army is here, so we gotta, look towards our own, because nobody else is going to protect us. All right, next. Every startup should move to Africa now. That was a video, but this is a PDF, so we weren't able to play that, unfortunately. But we'll be able to show it to the family in the near future. Next slide. Social entrepreneurship is the process of pursuing innovative solutions to social problems. More specifically, social entrepreneurs adopt a mission to create and sustain social value. They pursue opportunities to serve this mission while continuously adapting and learning. They draw upon appropriate thinking of both the business and nonprofit worlds that operate in all kinds of organizations, large or small, new and old, religious and secular, nonprofit, for-profit, and hybrid. Business entrepreneur. All right, these are the social venture capitals. Okay, go ahead. Black trade lines, look them up. They're dealing with group economics. They're dealing with trade lines, and they're here to help you. Please check them out. Next. Crowdfunding, social app. Next. All right, next. I was going to break down to the family what the Regulation A crowdfunding thing is, but we don't have time to get into all of that. Just Google it, Regulation A plus crowdfunding. You need to find out about that. Jobs Act 2012. This is something that you must learn, okay? Because there's things around us right now. So we're gonna have to utilize a form of crowdfunding in order to get this thing where it needs to go, all right? We want to do about 4 or 5 web seminars around the United States throughout the summer. We're looking at Atlanta, we're looking at DC, we're looking at New York, we're looking at Miami, and we're looking at LA. Texas, Detroit, and other places are definitely tentative, but what it is that we need to do is we need to stand in front of our people and present to them what it is that we have available for them, and we need these 30,000 people to sign up. We also, because this is all self-invested, we're gonna need some investment. We're gonna need some people to come in and, help out. You know what I'm saying? Because what we don't want to do is we don't want to go with anybody who's going to act like that they're going to own what it is that we're doing because they're going to give us something, such as fiat or such as help or such as investments and things of that nature. We would rather go to people who are a part of the movement and who are a part of the vision, who are a part of the network in order to do that. Okay? So, Blue, I need you on the post. So in order to do that, what it is that we're going to be doing, go ahead, bro. All right, these are 10 equities crowdfunding for startups. just go ahead, freeze that when you see it, and just check them out, because I can't go through all of them. Go to the next one. All right, going back to what we started out with, this is the plan again. This is the formula that we'll be utilizing. This is what we're standing on, family. 30,000 members. The first phase is fortune builders. 30,000 of us at $20 weekly, $600,000. $2.4 million monthly. Second phase, nation builders. 30,000 of us at $50 weekly, 1.5. Okay? All right. Give me 1 second, family. We're gonna change the battery. Be right there. All right. So this is the formula once again, family, the 30,000 membership, all right? 30,000. First phase, fortune builders, 30,000 at $20 weekly, $600,000, 4-week incubator, 2.4. Second phase, 30,000 at 50. After 4 weeks, 6 million. Third phase, pyramid builders, 30,000 at 100. That's $3 million. 4-week accelerator, 12 million monthly total. So all of the different networks that we just went through, all of the different brands that we went through, all of the different opportunities and options that await us, this will be the funding that will be this is the funding, right? That will create the budgets, that will help fund and feed all of the different networks, right, family? So can't be here all day. Unfortunately, we started late. So we had to run through the thing. Like I said, sign up to everyone who signed up to F.A.C.T.S.instapage.com. We're going to send you follow-up emails. We have another presentation that's coming very soon that is in the form of a proposal. It's going to be very much more detailed. For the family that saw this presentation already on Silent Studio, I'm saying that I had to give it to our brothers on a whole other platform, 100,000 of them. So we got to give them the information, and then we're going to move forward into the next phase. All right? So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for their attention, for showing up. One more thing. Pull up the last slide, though. You're not finished. All right, one more. All right, one more. So we're gonna send everyone an email after this presentation. We have a GoFundMe set up where we're gonna basically raise up some funds, like I said, to cover all of the costs of doing the tour, cover the cost of doing the apps and finishing that up, cover the cost of insurance and all kind of other things involved, because we're dealing with a lot of fiat, a lot of money, and all kind of other things. And like I said, it's already been funded. We've been funding it. And all we need is more assistance to fund it so this thing can go faster, unless it's going to take a lot longer. We don't need it to take long because time is not on our side. So with that being said, family, love and light, peace. We'll see you soon. Wait, one. I did it. We'll go ahead and do it again.
Yes, indeed. Again, we want to thank the YF Cultural Center for allowing us, to utilize their premises for this webinar. The YF Cultural Center is located at 258 St. Nicholas Avenue. You can find them online at www.ichanewyork.org. Okay. Once again, thank you to the YF Cultural Center. Peace, love, and light.